So last night, my daughter, she plays basketball. She's 14 years old. She's an eighth grader. And they played and won a basketball game. That was the first round of the sectionals. Now they've had a good season. They've only lost 2 games, and they won their district tournament. After that, there's something that they called the area tournament. So they ended up winning the area tournament, and so now they have the sectionals. And so the sectionals is there's a few different rounds of that before you would advance to actually state, and where they could potentially be the best middle school team in the state. And so they've got past the first round of that last night, which was Monday, and they're going to be playing again on Thursday night. Now here's my dilemma. On Thursday night, I'm actually supposed to be in Missouri for meetings. It was planned a long time ago, 6 months ago or so. We knew we were going to be, we had planned these off-site meetings. And at that time, I knew that this could be a possibility, that my daughter might still be playing basketball, but they would have had to make it pretty far, even within the sectionals, before it was going to be a possibility. But last week, where I'm at, snow happened, and it pushed back a lot of the games a week or so. And so now the second round of the sectionals happens on Thursday night, the same night that I'm supposed to be in Missouri. And so, like, how as I'm just looking for advice, just looking for thoughts. I know what I'm going to do, and I'll share it with you in just a little bit. But like, I've not been a lead pastor, and so I haven't had this happen a whole lot to me, where I've had to make a choice between, okay, do you do your job, do you do ministry, or do you prioritize your family and being there for them? And like, how do you make those decisions? And I think that's probably what a lot of people wonder, is like, how do I make the decisions between ministry and my job, which is really important, but also my family, which is really important? Like how do I know when to say no to the ministry, and when to say, you know what, I can't do that. Like, I got to be with my family tonight, and when to say no to the family and say, hey, I'd love to be there. I'd love to be a part of that, but I have this ministry thing going on that I just need to be there. So how do you make those decisions? For those of you who've been in ministry for years and years and years, and for those of you maybe who are just starting out, like, how do you make a choice in those things? How do you prioritize family and ministry and activities and all the things that go along with that? For me, and I've been, like I said, I've been really lucky that haven't had to deal with this too much. But for this situation, at first I was thinking about, like, is there any way that I could go and go to Missouri, do my meetings, do the ministry stuff, and then try to somehow figure out a way to get back, and also be able to be at the game. I tried a few different scenarios where, like, hey, could that be a possibility? But it just wasn't realistic. It's too far of a drive. It just, the timing was, there was no way it was going to work out, and it would be crazy to attempt it anyway. And so really had to rule that out. So it was really there was no way I could do both. And so for me, it was like, you know what, I have to go to Missouri. I have to be a part of these meetings. So they were planned months in advance. They involve several different people. They involve a lot of really important planning. And it's really important for me to be there. Which means that at least I'm not able to be there for my daughter in person, right? I'll be able to watch the game on a screen through, like, Facebook Live, or through something like that, and so I'll be able to watch the game, but I won't be able to be there. And so I won't be able to be there right after to celebrate the win. I won't be able to be there to yell at the referees. I won't be able to be there if they were to lose, and it'd be the last game of their middle school year as their season comes to an end. And so that stinks. Like, that stinks. But for me, uh, for one, I knew that I have to be at these meetings. Like, and the other part of that, and the part that makes it easier, I'll say this because it could be very easy, I think, to um, be sort of bitter about it, or like really uh, take it hard, right? That it stinks. I got to be at these meetings and I can't be with my family. But what's made it easier is that um, I get to be, because of the role I have, and being in ministry um, for years now, working for my church, now working for the General Baptist denomination. I've had the opportunities to be at all kinds of things with my family. I've had the opportunities to be at all kinds of games. Um, even the ones that are far away, I can leave early and get to those. Even the ones that start really early, like I remember she used to play when she was playing junior varsity, and they would play at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? It's like most parents are working. Most parents have they're not able to be there for those games. Because of ministry, because of the flexibility I've had because of that. Like I've been able to be at tons of games, and I don't miss. I've probably attended, I bet, 95% of my daughter's games. This year during the regular season, I may have missed one game, I think, and so that makes it easier because I know, like, yeah, there are some sacrifices. There's going to be some times when it's, that stinks. I wish I could be there for those things, but for me, anyways, the blessings, the flexibility that's come along with being able to be a part of a lot of the things that my family's a part of, much more than if I, probably had another job or had a different kind of job. Like those blessings, I see that as, I've had some. It's been great, and so yeah, this stinks, but like it's okay, and so for you. Um, Over the years in ministry, as you pastor, as you lead, have you dealt with those situations? Do you feel the same way, or do you feel like sometimes maybe you've prioritized in the wrong direction? And is there any advice that you would offer, or anything that you would maybe do differently? I would love to hear about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And just post them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. Thanks.